Cam Macky. Cinematic. Always dressed in brown. But who really is Cam Macky?
Can I ask you what you think about Cam Macky?
You don't know the truth about Cam Macky. He's a show.
What do you think about this Cam Macky character? Should we trust him? Is he a trustworthy guy?
Yeah, I don't know about trustworthy, but I love Cam.
Terry, what do you think of Cam Macky?
I think he is a pretentious douchebag who needs to stop wearing so much brown. Damn.
What's your favorite part about being Cam Macky?
All the hate. It's pretty great. Humbling. Keeps me going.
Camera bros in the desert. We got lenses. We got drones. We got Brandon. We got Cam. We got rocks. And the red shot, shot, shot.
I am just Sailor's main talent today, and he's gonna capture how I shill. So all of these products I brought, they're paying me $30,000 each. And so this is how you become a YouTuber, guys. You guys don't have to wear them right now.
I don't want to be called I only said pretentious because that's his favorite word to use to describe everything. This might be a little pretentious, guys.
Yeah, that's a loud motor.
But wait. So if it slips up at all,
Yeah,
it'll start vacuuming itself back down. I'm just like, start running around and we start filming stuff. Most of it's not planned, sadly. This is the Pocket 3 stabilizer arm by Tilta. I don't want to talk about it more until they pay me, you know, but I'm kidding.
I don't want to talk about it.
This thing's amazing just because, you know, the Pocket 3 is amazing, but once you get all connected, I go back in my Bronco, I can wirelessly connect to it to my app so I can control it, I control the camera, and it looks like high-end camera stuff. It's wild.
How'd you get into all this stuff?
To YouTube, watching people like Taylor Jackson, and you know, I was like, wow, they're rich. They're just talking to a camera.
Really this, by the way. This is like
this whole video is just gonna be unusable. I remember I would get a lot of DMs of like questions, and then at some point I just started to make videos because it was getting exhausting DMing people on Instagram all their answers, and then yeah, YouTube became a thing, and then I started sharing all my camera tests that I would do for jobs. I don't think people realize on my channel in the past, you know, 5 or 6 years, people got to see my career grow and me change gear and upgrade gear, and I guess, yeah, that's how my channel got started. That's a good boy. Crop Top Terry, guys. If you guys know who Terry is, go to his YouTube channel, go and comment on one of his videos, Crop Top Terry.
Don't listen to him.
You're not mic'd, sir. You're not mic'd.
It's running away.
Are you guys ready? I love this thing. Brandon, you need to get it set up like this.
Yeah, I do want one of these. Oh, that's rad.
Yeah. The superpower of being a shill, you just magically just figure things out. Yeah, Bronco is free.
Hat's free.
The friendship is not free. That's the only thing I ever have to pay for. Everything else has been free though.
What'd you put on? Is it like an anamorphic filter?
No, it's adapter, so it's like 1.2, something like that. I am anamorphic. The whole video is gonna be squished.
it.
I didn't learn that part.
Cam said I had to shoot on anamorphic, and so I squished it, and I think that's how it worked.
He's branded you.
Oh yeah, with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it starts.
Well, I'm on
I
a
just-
payroll now. So.
I leave my mark on every man on YouTube.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. That's
What is the streamers call it? Farm. I'm farming.
I have this theory that Cam is making up his own hate for.
What do you like about doing YouTube, Cam?
The creative freedom. For like almost a decade now, I would get hired and have to listen to creative directors and then end up doing their job half the time while they just look good. And then me, I'm just sweating and working and going back and forth between 20 revisions because they never even had creative direction. And then I end up getting hired and they were like, oh, just do what you do. I'm like, no, I still need to know like what you guys need. So now I get to do all that, but for myself. I'm literally doing the same thing. How productions go down, like all of it. It's literally the same thing I would do for work. But now it's just for myself and my own ideas. There's a lot more pressure and stress that comes with that, and a lot more ADHD BS that I have to deal with myself, just because there's no one holding me accountable except for myself. But that's what I love about it.
And ADHD, do you think it helps you or do you think it hinders you?
Both. I feel like a lot of ADHD people get into our space, whether it's YouTube or just creativity, because it gives you an avenue to just be yourself and have ADHD while still functioning. But as responsibilities build and like budgets get higher and all that, that becomes debilitating for the ADHD. Because the more the stress is, the more dopamine is just like, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want stress. Go do everything else. And then it causes us more stress. So that's why it's like a good and a bad thing, I think.
Every day is different.
Yeah, no, literally, yeah. I've been learning when I wake up, I can't look at my phone. I need to get up, go outside, look towards the sun. It's kind of my way of meditating, and I feel gratitude over it. It's like weird. And then when I do that, my days go a little bit better. And then also I take Adderall. So even with Adderall though, if you're not responsible and actually taking care of yourself and finding routine and all that, it still won't work. So, you know.
What's your secret to making cinematic footage?
Anamorphic. Yep, until an orange LUTs. I shoot from the shadow side as much as possible. That's like the main thing. So how Taylor's filming right now, I would tell the person to come on this side and film from that side. And that's a lot more cinematic. Other than that, that's all I pretty much do. Yeah, that's all I can really. Just anamorphic, backlighting everything that I can, and that's it. That's literally like, yeah. I can't think if there's anything else that really stands out. I didn't know what to film, so I'm gonna film everything, you know? I don't know if people will be interested in this. This is the hard thing with YouTube is like, I thought this would be a fun idea, putting a anamorphic front adapter on the Leica Q343. I don't know if anyone's gonna be into it. So that's the hard part. It's like, do I invest a week of my life to making a video that no one's gonna watch, no one cares about it, or will everybody love it? There's a lot of times where I film for videos and I end up not doing anything with it just because I'm like, I don't think people are gonna care to see this. But I still get the fulfillment of doing it myself. But there's that. We have the Fujifilm TX1 X-Pan. So I started printing. I'll tell Taylor how much I've made off camera. But it's given me a lot of drive. Because like when I was working professionally, you know, I always felt like there's a purpose behind what I was shooting. Now that I'm doing YouTube, part of me was like, I felt like everything I shoot's like kind of purposeless. I'm just putting on fucking YouTube, like, who cares? But when I started to print, all of a sudden it gave me drive and intention to shooting. So it's like reawoken my love for photography. The X-Pan kind of fits the way I see the world, like super wide, immersive. Like 1x1 crops like make me uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. So X-Pan with this, I love using the 907X for prints as well, because 100 megapixels. I could adapt this lens onto it, but I'm gonna adapt a Typoc 28mm, and maybe I'll do a video on that as well, adapting and mount full frame lenses onto medium format. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing, so I'm just trying to get everything out. So the reason I like filming so many videos at once, I'll probably end up doing a review on these DJI mini mics. I've actually been using them a lot, but I also brought the pro ones too. On top of that, what else would I have to do? I just got a Storyblock sponsorship, which I'm really excited for, because those are the type of sponsorships where I don't have to talk about any fucking gear. I can do whatever I want, but I want to make sure it's gonna get a lot of views. So I'm gonna do an iPhone filmmaking video. And while I also film that, there's a gimbal that I need to review for that iPhone. So that's 2 videos in one. So I'm gonna film whatever I can while I can out here. What else is there? Theo, come here, come here.
Did you go? What did you go to school for? Did you go to school for anything?
No, I dropped out in kindergarten. So I'm part native. So my tribe actually would have paid for me to go to college. I almost wanted to go to college for like psychology, to either be a therapist or I don't know, who knows what. But then I was like, no, I'm gonna do photography. No, actually I was gonna do music. I was gonna do music. And I did that. I bought a bunch of equipment, moved to LA, was doing pretty well actually. But then I got burnt out and I didn't like it. And then I was doing photography the whole time. And then that kind of took over and I started making all my money off of that. And now I do YouTube. All of those opportunities, I just kind of let go. I dropped it off for YouTube. And I'm happy about it, actually.
Do you enjoy it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Again, I get to wake up and be my spastic self and just dump all my creative energy out. I love it.
Who would YouTube become a good job for, maybe is the question.
Anybody who loves to do it. If you come on this thinking you're just gonna get money and all this attention, it doesn't work like that. I would say 8 out of 10 of my videos do horrible. It doesn't affect me that much because I love the process of this. I love being able to create. I love that I can get the freedom financially, as in, you know, I could fund my own ideas now. So if you're somebody that actually loves creating and the process of it, highly recommend it, because you have to be obsessed with this shit. You have to work night and day at it. If you're working full time, you gotta lose sleep to like start building up into it. That's what I did. If you're not that and you're just doing it for the reward, you're not gonna make it. You're gonna give up, you're gonna get burnt out. That's why you see majority of YouTubers in our space do it for a very long time. Yeah, I recommend it to those people. And if you're thinking about coming into it and you're a filmmaker or creative, but you already have all these negative thoughts about it, keep them to yourself. keep working at it. And then if, you know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But if it does, great. But all this, like, you know, there's more filmmakers coming into the space and everything, and there's all this weird attitude around sponsorships and blah, blah, blah. It's the same shit you do when you work full-time. If you're a wedding photographer, you're getting hired to fucking create art. That's the same thing we kind of do here on YouTube, except, you know, obviously our face is in front of it. So I think that's where people get confused about everything. I mean, I'm not really expecting to get a whole lot done today. It's whatever. I got my gear out. We gotten that far. But in a moment here, I'll probably just take off, and then that's the hard thing with large groups. I'm used to, when it comes to like the directing side of things, I always make sure everybody's okay. But then when stuff like this, at some point I'm just like, all right, I need to go be productive. And again, I took my Adderall, so it's starting to kick in and I'm starting to feel, yeah. Do POV shots. Yeah. So I usually gotta tie my hair up though, because it gets in a damn shot. McKinnon, Peter McKinnon, Polar Pro. See, it's weather sealed, it's dust proof, it's shock proof. You can see
Brainwave?
they barely even wiggle in there. There's been so many times where I've dropped just film, you know, when I'm in the desert or something like that. So these things just, you know, kind of a lifesaver now. Brandon, did you need anything with the X-Pan? I'm about to load it. I'm just waiting for my V&D from Kofi. And then I'll be able to start filming here. So you can shoot 35 on this, and it recalibrates the counter, or you do the X-Pan. Love it. This is another thing I have to review. I think people might be a little confused when they see this on my channel, because I never review stuff like this, but I asked them because I want to do more entry-level videos and help people out, because I'm starting to get a lot of like content creators asking about cameras and stuff that I never even knew who I was. I figured I should start helping that end of the community. I might need to steal some of this footage actually. I've been enjoying the Nikon Z6 III a lot. The image quality is like stunning on this. And then anytime I need RAW, like it's amazing. And then the Z8 I was filming with a lot, but when I need open gate and anamorphic, like full anamorphic shooting, the S5 2X and the S9, the S9's in there. Actually, I should just do that. The Pocket 3 comes in clutch a lot for where I just want the information in the BTS. I don't care as much about the quality. And then the iPhone comes in a lot for stuff like that as well. The Sony a7C II I've been using a lot too. I film so much, so I get to use so much, I guess. So I think a lot of people get confused, like, did you just review that camera? I'm like, no, it's like, they're all different tools for different scenarios. Yeah, this actually might be pretty fun to use here. Use the phone, I use the Blackmagic app. I have it set to my action button. So I just hold it down and Blackmagic comes right up. So this gimbal has AI tracking. So I think I'll just set this up and then I'll have it film me. And then maybe I'll do the Action Mini or the DJI Mini mics. Use that in my review too. See? I'm triple dipping here.
Together.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm finally ready.
You got here, Dave. Do you think you like cameras because your name is Cam?
My first human job was at Best Buy. Best Buy in the camera department. So I got that all the time. Every woman, oh, Cam, like the camera. I honestly don't like to travel unless it's around the Southwest. And people think I'm crazy because like, as like a young adult, I would take solo motorcycle trips. It was a Triumph, really rusty, bare metal Triumph. And I would just get on it and go on a road trip and not have any destination. So I'm like used to being alone and traveling alone, and for me it's peaceful. But I don't mind hanging out with the homies, and everything does take longer and way less productive, but it's fun. Yeah, now that I'm actually taking a moment to look at light, I'm like, don't want to shoot now. Yeah.
350,
Yeah. I have a Wilson's Film Lab in Arizona. They do all my film for free. So that's been a cool thing about YouTube. Yeah, it's hard because our light's so gross. This is interesting, but since the light's too soft.
I like the X-Pan just chilling over on the rock there.
I'm so bad with that thing. I actually hate messing with gear. When I'm on shoots that like I'm actually, you know, like shoots that I wrote and everything, I try not to touch a camera. I try to hire people, cam ops and stuff. So the last thing I want to do is fucking mess with the camera. Taylor, how much do you overexpose your film?
You got Portrait 400 in there?
Yep. I always just do a stop.
I would do one stop here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of a one-trick pony with all the Western stuff. That's just what I like, and so it's kind of ingrained in me. So I don't have to put too much thought into it, honestly. I guess that's kind of my cheat code in life is my sense of identity. Peter Lindbergh is like my favorite photographer. He kind of changed fashion photography and made it less commercial, more raw, and more about, you know, the human he was photographing rather the clothes. Cinematography, Quentin Tarantino's not a cinematographer, but I like his vision. Modern cinematographer, I really love what Greg Fraser, because he has a lot of character when the film calls for it. He's not scared to do so. No Country for Old Men, number 1. Chinatown's number 3. I believe number 2 is a surprise. I'm leaving that one for the future, you know? Bye guys. I hope you had fun watching this how to shill tutorial. This video is sponsored by
Well, I can just do an integration.
my Cam Macky Lutz.